I put it in service April of 2017.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a 2018
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
So we got it done in April. We got it done in April because I did this one, or I put the engine and transmission in it. It's got a C13 cat with a bully dog system on it and a 13-speed. Here's a 2018 389 Pete. Well, we've got a Fitzgerald glider with a Detroit in it, and it's a good motor. We just don't like it as well as the Cats.
Okay.
I wanted to put a Cat in this one, and we run the Midwest, 6 or 7 states where there's not a lot of hills and mountains, so we want to stay light. And the C13 is a good light motor.
Okay.
Not many people have put them in these, so I did this one myself so that we could get it in, and it took a little bit of ingenuity, but not that much. So the C13 sits in here. Your back motor mounts are come factory where they're at. Okay. It's a shorter block, smaller pistons. So the front cross member is where your motor sits in, and set it in there. Obviously the back didn't line up, and we're like, we got to do some changing here. So we looked around, we called the engineers from Pete, and they said they really hadn't seen one. They work on it, but they never really come up with an answer. So we ended up, instead of 3 bolts in the front bracket inside, there's 2 bolts in it back here. Holds it up, holds it in place, moved it back, so you didn't have a problem with your gear shift inside hitting the dash.
Okay.
So I was looking at it, you turn that bracket around, that one over here, you order 2 brackets, they're like 50 bucks a piece. Take them 2 bolts out, we wire them holes, put them in there. They've never moved. Gives it plenty of support because that's where your front support comes from.
Okay.
You don't want it to not be hanging there pretty solid. And back here, all it did, your motor mounts come with 4 slots, 2 bolts on top, 2 in the bottom. Move that slide ahead 1 hole, drill 1 bolt hole here in the frame.
Okay.
That's all we had to do.
Okay.
Moved it up so that the gear shift, if you take a gear shift, you can bend it back, whatever, but that's hard on the top of your transmission, the springs and stuff, makes it wear more.
Okay.
We go through a lot of gears, stopping and starting with fuel. So we moved it back far enough where we weren't in trouble with getting into the dash when you go in the front gears. Made everything work smooth, that's all we had to do, but sounds pretty easy, but we were kind of in the middle of what are we going to do, because it's right at 200,000 miles right now, and not had any trouble to speak of with it.
Cool.
General maintenance.